But moving on to other matters that are sort of relating to Manchester United, that's Jesse Lingard. Look, he's been quietly doing incredibly at West Ham. I don't think we've really talked about him too much. On the January transfer special, I remember we said Jesse Lingard's a very good player and he's probably going to do very well. I think we gave him a 9 out of 10 for that transfer. So no such case of the Barstoolers curse there. But what have you been making of him and where do you see him going? How much is he worth?
Worth 450 million. He'll win the Ballon d'Or.
Fair.
Messi, Lingardinho. He's got the best celebrations in the Premier League. He's going to get a team of the season on FIFA and it'll be the best card ever.
I saw Sky Sports linked him to Real Madrid, which that won't happen, but
Couldn't afford him.
It's silly season's already coming out. He won't say United, but it just depends. If West Ham are willing to pay for him, he'll probably go to West Ham.
He's just having crack there. He's just scoring goals and dancing. Like
he's loving it.
That's a dream for him.
Absolute dream. And he's definitely on that plane to the Euros. Although I don't think there is a plane. I think England, if they're in it, I think they play like over half their games in Wembley. He's just been playing very, very well. I know Mixer said the other day that his goal at the weekend was really weird. Like the first time he hit it, it looked like he'd scuffed it, but when you see it from the behind the goal angle, it was just incredible.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
I don't know how he did that. It was class.
When I saw it first, it looked like a deflection, but then when they showed the angle behind the goals, it wasn't going in until it was at the post. It was nuts. It was so good.
Yeah, class goal.
I'm just looking at the PFA. Sorry, Ron. You could say in a second. I'm just looking at the PFA Player of the Year odds according to Betfair. Betfair, if you're listening, please sponsor us. Jesse Lingard is the 8th favourite to win the PFA Player of the Year. He's 20-1 ahead of someone like Mo Salah, who's 9th.
Jesus Christ.
Incredible.
It's if he was doing this the full season, you'd genuinely have a case, but he's only been doing it a couple of months. It's Bruno's to lose pretty much.
Yeah.
And unless he scores like 15, 20 goals before the end of the season, he won't. But it'd be so good if he did. If it was a fan vote, he'd absolutely win it. But it's a player.
I'm fairly sure the votes are in around now. It always happens a few weeks before the end of the season. So no such chance. Fernandes is a favourite.
The full United squad,
Fernandes
give him a vote.
Diaz is second, which I think is a bit narrative driven. I don't know if he's been that good, but
he's been good. He's probably been the signing of the season, but he's not been the best player.
Yeah. Who else is in that, actually, just out of curiosity?
Probably Kane.
Bruno Fernandes first, Ruben Diaz second, Harry Kane third, Jack Grealish fourth. Not really convinced about that.
He hasn't played in about 2 months.
Yeah. Gundogan, De Bruyne. He's got 5 goals this year. He's got less goals than Lingard. Foden, Lingard, Salah.
You'd imagine Foden will.
Wait, did you say Foden is it over Salah?
Yeah.
Oh my days! That's a disgrace.
It's a bit narrative driven. It's like Gundogan should probably be ahead of any City player, really. Even Diaz.
Yeah, he's been City's best player. He's just been class. But Salah, Salah just gets abused. Like there's this other TikToker. He's saying that Mahrez is better than Salah. Like what an idiot! I'm sorry. That's a tragic opinion. He's not even the best winger at City.
Yeah, Mahrez was that good to be starting at City every week.
Salah, I'm going to say it. He's the best player in the Premier League. I know Cullen really likes him. He thinks he's a baller. Well, maybe you could say De Bruyne, but
probably.
Probably De Bruyne.
Yeah, but Salah, he's getting the goals. He's scoring more goals.
Salah's got all the intangibles. Like he's incredible. Yeah. Like he'll just pop up. Like his movements unreal.
He'll do nothing. Bang. Goal.
Yeah. I keep saying this. If he had a right foot, he'd be the best player in the world. But he just refuses to use his right foot. Like, it was so frustrating there at the weekend. I know he ended up scoring, but there was one where Tyrone Mings let it run through to him. And it was on his right foot. Should have taken it on his right foot, but he used, like, the outside of his left foot for no reason. And he's done that a load of times down the years with Liverpool. I'm just like, if he learned how to use his right foot, like, I'll go to a bit of rant here. This is my most your dad football opinion I've ever had. Professional footballers should not have a weak foot. It's all you do. All you do is play football. Just practice with the other foot every now and then. It genuinely does my head in.
in just general football, the only person that has an excuse for it is Arjen Robben, because he just got away with it every single time. He just cut in his left foot. You knew what he was doing every time he still scored. But yeah, Salah needs to work on the right foot. But I mean, at the end of the day, he is one of the best footballers in the world, and we're just talking about him. So we've nothing on that goal machine baller.
Yeah, we're still under the Jesse Lingard discussion sort of section. We took a
tangent.
Absolute tangent there, but that's fine. This is something that I have in my notes. I think that United would be mad not to explore a deal involving Lingard for Declan Rice. I think the Athletic said something about it this week, didn't go into too much detail, but surely something like 50 million and Lingard would suit everybody. Rice would get his big move. Lingard would get a good move. West Ham would get a fair bit of money and a great player for them. United wouldn't spend too much money. I think that suits everybody.
I feel like that's way better for United than it is for West Ham.
It's still the guts of 80 million for West Ham, though.
I still don't think it's that bad either, because, Declan Rice is a good holding midfielder, but I think Souček can do that if you need him to. And 50 million is plenty to go out and get another good player, or even just keep Souček in there. And if their scouting is any decent, they'll be able to get another player to come in there and play that defensive midfield role. It might not be as good as Declan Rice.
I think that suits everybody.
Yeah, I think it does, because West Ham get someone who's probably been their best player this year. Maybe Souček's been a bit better, but certainly
been their best.
But Lingard's come in and being brilliant. They get him, and then they get a load of money to go out and buy at least a semi-decent replacement for Declan Rice as well. And maybe they might have a little bit of money left over to buy someone else. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just something I think would make an awful lot of sense. Maybe West Ham would want more than that, but I don't know if he'd be worth too much more than that. I'd probably stretch it to maybe 55 and Lingard, because Lingard's probably being valued at something like 25 or 30 million, which is crazy, because United would not have got 12 million from in January. Probably 12 would have been pushing it. So,
as an Irish United fan, what does Declan Rice moving to your beloved club how does that make you feel?
Look, he's someone that we desperately need. I love him as a player. As a person,
he's a rat.
But it would be funny. It would be I'd be able to see the funny side of it. It's someone the footballer I hate most joining United would be poetry.
You'd probably have to support someone else.
Yeah, just have to stop it. Support Tranmere or something.
Start supporting Chelsea, and then Grealish joins them or something.
Yeah. Well, if it's Grealish, I don't dislike as much as Rice. Yeah, that's
sure.
Matter.
If you go start supporting Chelsea, and then when Grealish moves, you can just start watching another sport or something. Just give up altogether on the football crack,
Yeah, it's probably for the best.